But there are also another, let's call them external agents that influence a lot in our learning because they are present in our daily life context. So the non-technical, non-scientific perspective analyze those external agents through two different approaches: humanistic approach and postmodern approach, which emphasize the importance of the child-centered movements. These movements consider the importance of developing an ego, feeling part of a group, to develop a personal identity, the psychological health and personal fulfillment as essentials for learning process. That's why there are 7 types of curriculum that includes, that refers the influence of these contextual forces. The first kind of curriculum is the societal curriculum, which refers to social, familiar, economic and political beliefs, ideals, as part of the development of the personal identity and in the construction of the perspective that the learner has from their environment. Then we got the new curriculum. This curriculum refers to things that are not taught in a classroom and, for instance, are not important for the educational background and social background neither, but are part of the cultural knowledge of the learner. Then we got the phantom curriculum that considers the exposure to social media as important for the development of an identity for the learner, for the learner to be part of a culture, urban culture in this case. Well, a really relevant point that humanistic approach considers is that sharing learning responsibility with teachers, with parents and students is important, and that's what the concomitant curriculum establishes. As its name suggests, concomitant curriculum proposes that the family's experiences have formed the values, the beliefs, the ethics and morals, and those, let's call them molding behaviors, are only reinforced at the classroom. Then we have the rhetorical curriculum, which is kind of opposite to the concomitant curriculum, because this rhetorical curriculum proposes the influence of politician speeches influence a lot in learners' perspective, because powerful people have a powerful impact in learners' mind, and those speeches form the ideals of the learners because those politicians are part of the context of the learners. Well, concluding this analysis, I have to mention the received curriculum, which represents the final knowledge that we acquire from the total program, because there are topics that are useful or not useful for us, and we keep just certain kind of information. Then the internal curriculum says that that final part of knowledge that we have acquired from the total program, we have to relate our personal experiences with that knowledge to make a significant knowledge and to be useful for us in our personal reality. Well, finally, concluding this video, I can say that curriculum is all those factors that are included in our learning process. I mean, education from the educational background, for contextual background, because those elements influence a lot in our learning, in our minds, and the way that we are gonna develop as professionals, but also as citizens. Well, thank you for watching. That's all. Hello everyone, my name is Michelle, and this short video is to give you an explanation of what curriculum is. Well, to start, defining curriculum is kind of difficult due to many authors have assigned many definitions. For example, curriculum has been defined as a process. As we all know, a process is a set of stages. That's why if we decide to analyze curriculum from a scientific or technical perspective, we have to refer to managerial, behavioral, and system approaches. Why? Well, because these three approaches includes goals, includes plans, includes objectives, and those aspects are designed with step-by-step strategies. Once I have said this, I have to mention three kinds of curriculum. The overt, explicit, or written curriculum is part of the managerial approach. It's basically the physical document that we receive at the start of the course, and it includes the topics that we are gonna see during that course. And it's designed by the institution authorities, administrators, and teachers. And is intended to support the intentional instructional agenda. Then I have to mention the hidden curriculum, which refers mainly to the teaching methods, the traditional ones, because they are intended to the students to be sit and quiet and not talking unless the teacher allows it. This teaching method pretends the students as a kind of recipients just receiving information, and we all know that this is not possible because learning requires interaction. Well, to conclude this analysis through the scientific or technique approach, I have to mention the curriculum in use. Well, this refers to the teachers because teachers are free to select the topics that they are gonna teach in the classroom. They are free to choose the parts of the program that they are going or not going to teach. Well, as you can see, the scientific or technique approach refers the formal way that we learned or learning inside a classroom. All that subjects knowledge that the institution, administrators, and teachers have decided that we have to acquire in our learning process.